Ladies and gentlemen, it is week 5 of the BTD6 tournament. I can't believe I've been doing this for 5 weeks. So far, nobody's beaten the challenge, but I'm hopeful. Hopeful this week somebody will do it. And if somebody does it, then maybe 2 people will do it. Maybe 4 people will do it. Maybe we can actually start getting a bracket going here. But for now, and in the meantime, we will be doing some BTD6 challenges. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm actually going to start with doing the Odyssey today. I don't know if it's going to be that difficult. Max hour of 43. This certainly seems like a lot of stuff you can do. Corvus is the hero. I'm going to go with Rosalia as the hero. I like Rosalia probably the best. We don't want to be taking those away. We want to be adding them. There's no planes, though. Hi. Yes, that's the code for the Odyssey. That's the tournament. Like, if you can beat the challenge, then you win. But let's see here. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name. I don't understand what that says, but I'm glad you're in the chat. What else do we want? Well, we know super monkeys benefit from Rosalia. However, there is no... Everything's 3 themed. So super monkeys probably will be a good idea to put in as many as we can, because if you can only go to tier 3, you want something pretty good. Villages are certainly good. We can take 3 dart monkeys, 3 tack shooters though. I don't know. Snipers tier 3. Wizard tier 3s are pretty useful. These are pretty useful. These are less useful. We have geared as our final map here, so we don't want to brick on geared. Something very good on geared actually would be the super monkey, the heli pilot, the sniper monkey. So I think probably getting rid of these, adding a few more sniper monkeys, and there's gonna be another one here. What do we want to do? We probably want to take away, let's see, very easy maps upstart. This one's a little difficult, and then geared, which is and we only have to go to 79. Man, they really don't pump the difficulty up on these things, do they? They like to keep them nice and easy. I think this will be fine to get rid of these. So let's add another one of these. And this isn't extreme mode either. Let's just keep 1 of these. I think that'll be fine. And keep mortar, because mortar is actually good for a lot of these maps. And then add another... Let's add another mortar, actually, because it's going to be pretty good on Crater in particular. Not that I think I'm going to need 43 of anything. Crew details. Not that I think I'm going to need, like, this many monkeys. Okay, I guess add another one of you, add another one of you, and add another one of you. And we'll start the Odyssey. Not going to be too difficult, I suspect. I'm not sure, but I suspect. Right, so I think all of these maps have the exact same rules. Balloon speed, 133%, which is actually a pretty decent challenge. Mob speed increased, mob health increased, regrow rate increased, and Ceram increased. So just kind of harder maps. But are harder versions of hard. But going up to around 43, are they custom rounds? I think If I'm being honest, this probably does very well. Good straight lines, and it's a single track map, so heli is goated. Don't think we're going to have any problem. I want to try to black border this. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you have to restart on the Odysseys. Is that true? You have to do it in like one go? I'm not sure that's true. Okay, let's go ahead and get Rosalia down. Probably best right here. Rosalia's good at taking out leads and doing lots of single target damage. Okay. Like I said, I think this is going to be fairly simple. We're already at 15 out of 33. The hardest thing on here is probably the increased balloon speed. You're seeing it there with the pinks. It's affecting them quite a bit. But I don't think it's going to be that big of a problem. The regrow rate, 133% on regrow rate really isn't that bad. It's not... Regrow rate really doesn't get bad until you get to like 200-300%, and then stuff can really start to get out of control. But the increased mob health / speed might be a little bit scary, but let's go ahead and do pursuit here with quad darts. We can get a razor rotor. Not worried about camo, at least not for 24. We have mana shield. We've got the spike pile. We could probably tank 33 as well, but we don't want to. So what are we doing for camo? I don't know. Just do this on middle path. We're going to round 43, so you don't need to optimize for long-term gameplay. Just beat the challenge that you have at hand. This is something that I forget. I forget to do quite often. Is I try to beat a more difficult challenge, even though I don't need to do that. You know, like in my head, I'm formulating, okay, how am I going to get to like an anti-balloon when, you know, we're going to round 43. Not that I can even get an anti-balloon here because everything's capped at tier 3, but right, everything's capped at tier 3. You can only get 3 2-0s. That might make things a little more difficult, but I don't know. I still think it's not going to be that bad. So far, easily cheesed. In fact, I think I probably don't need to buy anything else here. I might want to for the MOAB, but to be honest, I don't think I'm going to have to buy anything else. And it's just that easy. So we got, I mean, this is around 36, and we're literally not even at the first loop. Like, come on. Nice Halloween update. I forgot that they were up to. I was really surprised when I had to download an update. I was like, what's going on? But then, oh yeah, they're doing a collection event for Halloween like they do every year. I mean, look, bro, I don't know what they're cooking over there at Ninja Kiwi. But I want to say that there has never been a significantly difficult Odyssey. I mean, even when they were doing extreme mode, they were doing some pretty easy stuff. Okay, mob health increased is getting a little scary, but I mean, come on. We didn't even have to use any of the abilities. I bet we could get up to around 50 with just this. If we microed Rosalia pretty well. But everything's looking pretty good right now. 43. I mean, come on, dude. That was ridiculously easy. You could just, like, shit out of solution to these things. Continue the Odyssey, please. We got Skates, another, shall we say, very easy map. I have to say, I do love the custom artwork for all of the islands that they created. I mean, there's one for every single map, and it's not artwork that I see overly often in this game. So it is nice to do an Odyssey every once in a while just to see those. But Rosalia, good start. Although there is a lot of things that she technically can't pop, which is a little unfortunate. You would expect her to maybe pop something. But she can't see camos, her laser attack can't do purples, and her grenade attack can't do leads. Or her grenade attack can't do blacks. So it's a little unfortunate. Truly, we could just do it again. We got to do something interesting though, man. These things are pretty good, and if we put this on grenade, we can get this thing with black using heavy shells. Heavy shells allows you to pop black balloons. If you didn't know. And cross-pathing with this, probably top path. You get really hard-hitting shells, so this is going to give it extra damage to ceramic, lead, fortified, and all stun balloons. And this is going to give it more damage in general. Oops. Leaking a regrow. There's the slightly increased regrow rate for you. Bigger blast works really well. Again, it's like, I mean, come on, this is like ridiculously easy. Does the explosion look different when you buy bigger blasts in Balloon Buster? All right, this thing can't see. We still don't have any camo. So, oh, screw it. Just do a bottom path here. With rapid reload. It's pretty bog standard. The signal flare with rapid reload, but hey, I mean, we need camo detection. So, there you go. There's camo detection with rapid reload. Like, dude, I haven't even been looking at the rounds. We haven't slowed down once. They're a snooze fest. And you have to complete 5 of these things, dude. It's no wonder people don't do Odysseys. They're... Like, here's the thing. Like, people don't mind doing long challenges. I mean, think about the Nuzlocke community in Pokemon, right? People don't mind doing long challenges. But the problem with the Odyssey is that they're, like, not nearly difficult enough, which is why I started doing the tournament anyway. It was because, like, I wanted to create an actual difficult Odyssey for people to do, which Ninja Kiwi does not seem to be warm to that idea. Most of the Odysseys I see are like this. You know, you just basically pick a strategy, press play, and press fast forward, and you get to halfway through at least without even blinking an eye. It just feels like they're designing Odysseys to be for the wrong crowd that they want them to be for. But maybe they do. Maybe they want Odysseys to just be like this little packaged deal for the 8-year-olds playing the game, and they just have to, like, get on their iPads and click something, and they're, you know, gonna get through it and spend a lot of time on the app. I don't know. I don't know. But personally, it's just been, like, not, like, sad or disappointing, but we're also gonna, like, die here because we have no mob damage. So I guess it's not entirely just pick a... We also did not use our abilities, so we are far from being screwed on this round. But this is the first time that I've had to like restart and think about what I want to do on this map, which is basically just change to this and use this ability so we start pushing stuff back. Right? There you go. Yeah, not too bad. We're going to have to think about round 50, though. I mean, Rosalia will be stronger, but doing micro with Rosalia plus these two would kind of be a pain. So, screw it. Just do a Dark Knight and you win. Yeah. Not worried at all now about the rest of the game. Just incredibly easy. We will get Plasma Blasts. Because we're going to be worried about those DDTs on round 53. This tower in particular is going to be just like so free for this entire Odyssey, right? The Dark Knight is really, really good and does not cost us a shit ton of money. It's like 15k. If you can ever get 15k up on, imagine getting 15k up on skates. I know it's hard to imagine. All right. Still looking pretty good. Yeah, this is, and there's the mob. That is like the only round that I'm actually even slightly afraid of because I didn't know exactly how we would do against the increased health and speed mobs, but like this might be an interesting challenge if you went to round 100, right? If you took all of these modifiers, only tier 3s, maybe reduce this to like, if you reduce this to like 33 instead of 43 towers, only tier 3s, you have to get to round 100 on skates and then crater and then geared. Like that cuts out the fat here and makes it actually very difficult. But this is basically, you know, why I wanted to start the tournament. Man, I'm thirsty. Thirsty, bro. Looks like Rosalia cannot see over these walls. That's very surprising to me. We would love to put her in a place where we can... Right. So it'll have to be like right here until she gets her better jets. We have to get to around 63 here. So maybe slightly more difficult. But this is why we brought the mortar as well. Just because, I mean, literally our previous strategy works. Exactly. Like, Dark Knight can see over the walls. The mortar, which I'm just going to place down early here. Go ahead and put it in here. Very good. The heli works here as well. I mean, because the heli does not care about these craters. Crater's kind of a deceptively easy map. I think a lot of new players might think it's a little more difficult, but the fact that it just circles around, that is one of the greatest predictors of an easy map in the entire game. Is if it has an area where there is a circle in the track, like a loop of some kind, especially a tight loop like this, or one that loops multiple times, it makes the map just incredibly easy. Balanced is a great example of this. Ancient Portal is an amazing example of this. Crater is like a quintessential example of this. We'll do faster reloads here. What's the top? It's Balloon Buster. I could imagine that being pretty good. Adrenaline Rush, I think it's like level 8 or something where she gets the improved. Aircraft efficiency. Rosalie's attacks are improved. Oh, upgraded jetpack, level 7. Oh, man, level 7 is pretty important, actually, for Rosalia. It makes her a lot better. Because you get that ability, and you get the ability to place her on the track, like improve her positioning to a really good spot, actually. The fact that she can go on top of tracks makes her pretty good. Like, it's a very rare ability that something can do that. So it at least gives her a niche. Oh. Yeah, don't mess with that. Let's go heavy shells for that same reason. Again, we're going to be thinking about camo now. Yeah, like I said, this is bog standard, same as the last game, and we're probably going to do the exact same thing on the next map too. It's simply that easy. Round 63 could be a little difficult, though. This is where we're starting to run into issues with us only having tier 3 upgrades. But not going to be too bad. So, what's the next thing we need? We definitely want signal flare for round 33. Okay. And now, round 40 is going to be... We had issues with round 40 last time. We're going to be able to move Rosalia here onto the track, so her positioning is now a lot better. What do we do to get rid of this mob? Good mob damage this early? I think probably... I mean, like, an alk buffed super monkey is really good against mobs. It's, like, pretty good at least. But where are we going to put it? And will we have the money? Because we can put it right here. We can actually just put it right here and then try to get Ultra Vision, which lets it see over the wall. Maybe Super Range. I think with Super Range, this spot's probably pretty good. Actually, putting it in the middle here, like right where this mortar is, would be very good. So here's Knockback. I don't know if we're going to be able to afford Super Range. If we can't, Rosalie's ability should be enough. Don't think it's going to be that big of an issue, but... There's Ultra Vision. And when we get Dark Knight, maybe I want to move it over here. We can sell this thing and... Yeah. Didn't have to worry too much about it. Or maybe we'll just keep it right here. And get, like, Laser Blast with Plasma Blasts. Don't overthink it. Keep it simple, stupid. Plasma Blasts, easy. And then the Dark Knight pretty much seals the game. It's not going to be perfect. I think round 63 will still need a little bit of help. Maybe we'll need to use an ability. Or why don't we actually just get a balloon stun? Or what is it called? Yeah, Shell Shock. Shell Shock would be good against that round. Round 62 should be fine. Rosalia's shooting grenades. That's exactly what we want for that round. 61 shouldn't be that hard. Let's do number 3 here. Rapid reload. Don't have to worry about any scary camo rounds. That'll all be taken care of by the signal flare. We're not going to get pierce capped or anything on it. If you're in the chat and you want to participate in the tournament, you can read the description, or let's see. ZFFUPFF. Right there in the chat, that is the tournament code in the Bloons Tower Defense browser. Always forget to do that. This is looking good, though. Dark Knight. Okay, I really... This is not scary at all. I think we probably could have removed a tower here, and it still would be not too bad. But for now... we have more than enough defense. I mean, these three things in here could probably last you to round 80. But we won't get to see that, because the last round on here is round 63. Right, and we got all of these abilities down here, which I don't think we're going to have to use even one of them. We'll keep an eye out on 63. We might need to use the Smart Strike ability. But the way things are looking right now, and especially because these things all have really good pierce, and the stuns, I mean, it's Jover. I am being pretty cocky, though, pretty confident about this. But, I don't know, you gotta develop your intuition about this game. Like, you gotta be confident about your intuition, because... you have to develop this sense for when your defense fails. That is one of the hardest things to do in this game, I think, is not only knowing when your defense is going to fail. Like, if you don't have any camo detection and round 40 is coming up, like this. Look at this. I was thinking ahead and I said, okay, I am pretty sure this gets past everything, but we might need to use an ability. I'm actually going to do this. Yeah, just a little bit of micro there at the end. I wasn't entirely sure if that was going to fully last there at 63, but you've got to think ahead and think, okay, does this strategy actually get past this round? And actually think about what's on each round. Having a deep knowledge of the rounds in this game is crucial. But what actually fits in the middle here? I didn't think anything like that fit. This Rosalia is going to be pretty pretty gnarly, if I'm being honest. You know what might actually be kind of fun? A Razor Rotor right in the middle there. That would take care of every type of balloon. If we're going to do a Razor Rotor, or maybe like 2 or 3 Razor, we have to get to around 73. Okay, we should probably be asking, where can we put a Super Monkey, if anywhere? Because now we're starting to get into rounds where things are getting a little bit scary. We have 6 helis, though, as well as, like, yeah, as well as mortars, which are just crazy on this map. Again, I'm not too worried about this. I think it's going to be pretty simple. Geared might be a little fun. Might be. Emphasis on might. We do have heli, sniper, and super, which all cheese the gimmick pretty hard. All right. Why don't we... I know I said it's probably... she's not going to be very good, but let's go ahead and just place Rosalia down. Right. She can't be on the track yet. So, we keep going. Her Smart Strike ability is going to be very good on this map. It's if we have her on first, which she should be on first. Yep. The Smart Strike ability would be very good because stuff starts getting in the middle here. It's going to basically destroy everything. Okay. Mana shields are getting a little low here. Get the quad darts, and you're fine. Again, Razor Rotor, I think, is going to do a number here. And potentially multiple Razor Rotors. Why don't we lock you in place right here? I think that'll be good. Everything's still going fine. Okay, let's do this. Lock in place still. The reason we want to lock it in place is because this Razor Rotor is about to be very good in the middle. Don't care about the camo. Razor Rotor. They could have at least made this so that, like, you only have one life or something. Or, like, no monkey knowledge. Or they... they did not make these very hard, man. Like, I think when you start to play them, you realize exactly how many advantages they give you with it. Like 50 lives might as well be like 1,000 lives. Let's go ahead and do Signal Flare here. I want to uncover all those camo balloons with the faster reload. Okay, just in time for 33. What would I have done if we didn't get that? Probably like a dart monkey, like an 002 dart or something. But we did, so we don't have to worry about it. All right. This thing can see over the wall too, so it's a little bit of defense. There you go. There's a nice Berserker Brew for you. Okay. We want to do stronger acid. We're not throwing it on a bunch of things. Perishing Potion. Nice little +5 damage to Mob class balloons, so that'll be very nice since we do have to worry about extra health Moabs on this challenge. Alright. Let's go ahead and do this. Yes, another one. Another one. Do I know my maps well enough? Mobs come out over here. Do I know my maps? Ah, I know my maps. Let's go. Dude, I mean, come on. We did not pop that thing very fast, and we were completely fine. Lock in place right here. You can lock them in the same place. I didn't know you could do that. Because when you're controlling them, they won't go into the same space. But if you lock them in place, apparently they will. It'd be an interesting solution to a little puzzle. I don't know how you would make it a solution to the puzzle, but like knowing that you can lock a bunch of helis together. No use buying any other upgrades on this thing. Okay, we could get discount. I don't think it's gonna change anything though. Truly though, it's like you gonna send me to around 73 here? Around 48. Zero mistakes. That's not true. We almost died around 63 last time. And do faster firing, I guess. Couldn't hurt to do the faster firing. But I think we will be absolutely fine. Let's see what we do to the mob here. Melted. We do need a few of those. We need to beat quite a few of them. Oh, yeah. And we can place a super down. It's over. It's over. Like, I mean, we just do middle path super from here. I guess I'll place this guy here. I don't want it to be in range of those. We can get shell shock though. Place it right here. Still don't have to beat round 78, so that makes camos a whole lot easier. I want to see though. This is all good. That's all good. I think my verdict of revisiting, that's basically what I'm getting out of this. Is like I'm revisiting Odyssey mode for the first time in a long time, and I'm kind of like not impressed. It's still not very fun. But I suppose if you want a challenge, you can always do chimps mode, you can do boss mode, you can do a race. But it would be nice to have this like extension of customization where you could actually make like a long form puzzle. That's a 133% health, 133% HP or speed BFB. Let's actually slow down here for... Let's do a middle path here, because we want to do extra fortified damage. And we can do an extra one of these as well. Just to give us a little extra fortified damage here. Because I think we need it. Okay, what are we going to do against this round? We cleared it. We cleared it. That was not even close. Yeah. Don't come at me with that shit. Don't come at me with that shit. 64, maybe a little scary. Maybe a little bit. Now we got the Pierce. We've got a lot of Pierce, so... multiple scary things don't matter. It's just like the novel scary things. Like round 80 is probably going to be a little scary. You know what would be fun to go for? Oh no, we can't go for any tier 5s. I was going to go for a BMA, but yeah, you can't do any tier 5s. Let's go ahead and just do one of these and one of these. And I think the rest of this challenge is donezo. Like, round 65 was pretty much the last difficult round. You know, if you buy the Super Monkey, it's completely over. On basically any of these. I think the next one goes to around 79, so it's still not even like, you don't have to beat a ZOMG or anything. It's on easy mode next time. I mean, come on. And this is the hard mode. Like, I feel like I have to remind myself of that. This is the hard Odyssey. They have easy Odysseys, and they're ridiculously easy. They're like, to me, it feels like the Odysseys should have been like a very challenging thing. I guess the boss balloons are where a lot of the competition are now. There's pretty fierce competition in the boss spaces. But yeah, it's just kind of disappointing that they never do anything with these Odysseys. They're just terrible. I mean, they're fun. Like, they're a fun idea. I like the idea, but it's just drivel. Like, I'm not even touching my keyboard or mouse for 90% of that run. But here's Geared, by far the most difficult map in the Odyssey. Everything else was basically a joke to this point. Hopefully, I'm proven wrong. Hopefully this is like, I start doing this challenge and I'm like, holy crap, this is really hard. But given that we are starting with $3,200, we are on easy mode and we have basically no other restrictions on us. The rounds are more difficult, but we can start off with everybody's favorite tower on this map. And hell, why not start with some camo and a little bit of an upgrade with it? Like, because we can just do that because they gave us $3,100. Like, come on, man. $3,100. I think a regular game, how much would you start with $850. I don't know. This might be around the same amount of money. I don't think it is. I mean, we have the BTD6 rounds wiki page right here. So how much money do you make by round 9? By round 9, you make 2,100. They give you an extra 1K, guys. It's like, this did not need to be easier. This is already on easy mode. Bruh. We do need some camo detection, so let's go camo before we go jungle drums. We also don't have any... Let's go ahead and just place Rosalia over here. Does she... I wonder if you place her on the track if she moves with her station. I would love to see that she didn't. Let's go radar scanner, though. We're pretty close to the camo balloons. This is the last challenge, so... Ooh. Jungle drums. Now we have Rosalia back. It's going to be even easier. The thing is, like, you get worried when you're streaming like this, and you have people watching you, and you're like, oh, this is easy, this is easy. Because if you end up struggling on it, you're going to look like an ass. You'll be like, oh, motherfucker said it was easy. Oh. Still not level 7, unfortunately, so... Let's go with faster firing on the bottom path, and this thing can pop everything. One other thing that I think would probably be pretty good here is placing this thing down. Berserker Brew incoming. Oh, definitely should have placed it. We'll get more Berserker Brews in the future, but... almost at level 7, so we can test out our theory of if Rosalia rotates, if she's placed on the track. Ah, no, she does not. She stays in place. So we can actually place her right here. Very good. Look at that. Look at that. Very good. Very good. You can't place her outside of the range still, but she's now useful on every round. Next thing that we're going to get. Probably another heli. Because it's cheap, and because it's great. It's incredible against all of these waves. It's really been the star of this Odyssey. Faster firing, and hell, why not? We'll put another Put another alk down. Right here. Easy, bro. Easy. Look at that. Look what happened with the mob there. I'm literally not even paying attention. Like, yeah, this is the reason I don't do Odysseys very often. Like, and I think about it. I don't know any streamer or YouTuber who regularly does these things. I feel like it's a wasted opportunity in that regard as well. Well, just because we don't have anything else to spend money on, let's go bottom path here. Everything's still looking good. Now, Dark Knight, if you don't know, cheeses this map a little bit. Because you don't have to worry about the rotating platform a lot. You do still have to worry about it, but because it can teleport, you can keep it in range of the track, like all the time. Just move it, try to move it back towards the front when you can. And if you get extra range, you can move it even faster and even farther. Can we move it past this? If we can't, that kind of sucks. If we can, it's fine. It looks like we can't. So we might have to just like race it around to the other end here. Looks like a little bit of a roadblock here. But place it right there and you're fine. We can give this guy one of these. And maybe over here. Right here. Or you could just build multiple of them and have things be really easy. I will say round 63 is looking a little bit scary. But, yeah, what does help with round 63? Maybe placing another guy right here. 59, this is 60, 61, 62, 63. So this guy down here is going to be in range. I think this guy isn't. I think both of these things are going to be in range of the balloons. So we just have to keep a close eye on where these waves are getting, or how far these waves are getting. Let's go ahead and place another one of you guys down. Okay. Round 63 still looking really clean. Don't forget, we also do have... Dude, look how easily we just clean that up. I was a little scared for 63 here, but... Come on. Come on. Just a triple knight strategy. I feel like I'm playing chess. I always do feel like I'm playing chess when I place down the Dark Knight. I don't know. There's something like, you know, you're using knight in chess. You're using this. It's kind of like a strategic tower where you have to... You know, the knight in chess has like this weird movement option, and the Dark Knight also has that. I don't know if that was one of the inspirations that they had, but I think maybe this one could have top path. I don't know why I want to do that, but something tells me I should. It's got more buffs. maybe. Like, it has better range than the other ones, so it doesn't need the range as bad. It doesn't need the pierce as badly. So putting damage into it's probably good. It also gives us a little bit of a diversity, where these things cannot pop leads, which they kind of can because they have a dedicated AMD, but this guy will always be able to pop leads with the Plasma Blasts. I truly am not sure we have any other large challenges going forward, but hey, I don't want to be caught with my pants down here. We're just going to buy a little bit of extra. Look at that. Barely misses both of them. It actually looked really smooth when I had both of these up and it was turning. Let's look at that again. Like, the animation looked very non-clunky. Look at that. Yeah. Looks pretty cool. Guided Magic, Arcane Blast, maybe? Maybe if I go over here, I can get a similar thing going. A Dragon's Breath with Arcane Blast. And now round 78 doesn't stand a chance. Right? Guess this thing doesn't really help. If I'm kind of hoping that this area right here, well, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it's not going to be over there. So over here, maybe. I need a little bit of camo damage over here. Round 76, fine. Round 77. Let's get a bottom path here. Okay. This is a little scary now. I will say this round in particular. But we have the Rosalia abilities. We have the Rosalia ability, and let me... Rosalia can see camo, so let's go ahead and switch to this. And if we're really having trouble on the camos, just don't hesitate to use her abilities. But I think we've got this in the bag. Don't hesitate to use the abilities here. We don't even have to beat round 80. Like, come on, man. Like, look at that. Come on. That was, like, the scariest thing in this run. Round 76 was also slightly scary. It probably got the farthest out of all the runs. Or all the rounds. Is that true? No, because our spike pile's gone, so something leaked. I can't remember what. Man. Rosalia showing her strength against Cerams. And look at that, dude. I mean, come on. Odyssey complete. We get the money. We get the candy. We get 50 little trophy things. And it was not worth the time. Not worth the time. See what we got here, though. Probably got a 201 village and a 012. A 103 sub and a 220 monkey. Loot crate type vibe here. Not too bad. Never been into Insta monkeys. Never really been my thing. I've got a, like, pretty small collection, I would say. I never use them. But some people go for those, like, Insta-monkey black borders, and I think they're insane. They're like... it's just like, yo, you spend too much time playing this game, bro. Like, come on. You got all the tier 5s and all the cross paths of the tier 5s for the black border on this. It's just fucking insane. Pretty good, though. I always like getting a super monkey. It always feels like I'm getting like the best insta for some reason, even though they're like all the same. I also gotta say I like getting a farm. I've got a good amount of farms too. A lot of 3-2-0s. We've got 4 of them. And I have very, very few tier 5s. I think maybe I only have 1 or 2. And you get those from, like, doing a quest or something. Like, it's not even like I have authentic tier 5s. I have the 2 tier 5s. They're so hard to get, dude. Like, you have to get down to the diamond box, right? You have to get down to the diamond whatever, the diamond chest, and then it's like a 5% chance every time. The time commitment is just like, I'm like, dude, what do you think I'm doing here? I'm like playing Bloons Tower Defense 8 or 6 for like 8 hours a day. Like, I play it multiple hours a day, and I think, like, that's a lot. That's more than most people are playing it. What do I want to do? We just beat the Odyssey. I could do the race. Oh, God, I'm bad at races. I need to go get some water soon. I could go for another black border. We could try black border on Ancient Portal. These black borders are exhausting me, though. These, like, Trexpert ones, they are not fun. I gotta say. They are not fun. But let's see. We would go for the Ancient Portal black border. We can go for it. See if I can get it on, like, a couple attempts. I bet I could, to be honest. And I could probably do it using Striker Jones, but I think what I want to use is Azili. And we have to beat Impoppable first. I want to test a strategy out here on Impoppable, because what we're going to be dealing with in Impoppable is a harder early game. Well, a more expensive early game. We'll have to figure out what the first rounder or so is. Shouldn't matter too much which one of these I have, although we can flip it to there. See if we can beat this round here. We want to be on first and first. We might want to have this on strong, actually. Azili on strong. Now, what I want to get down here is right away, we want to get this wizard monkey down. And we want to get the wizard monkey down probably right here. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be using a pod. And the pod is so goddamn good on this map. I think this is probably the correct placement for Azili. Azili has trouble with purples. Maybe Azili being on this would be better. It doesn't matter too much, I don't think. I think one might be better than the other, but I personally don't care that much. We're doing pretty well here. Once we get Waff, I'll be a little more comfortable. We still do have our spikes in the back, but we don't want to use them. Because, again, this is kind of the test run for the black border. So we'll get that. And I want to get pod as soon as we possibly can. That's going to make this so much easier, dude. Because pod is going to be in range of basically everything that you're popping. So the graveyard is pretty much constantly at full. You're pretty much never running out of graveyard. And then to pop those big balloons, because pod isn't great at it, could I go for a mad? Is that like a wild idea? Do I think I could get a mad on this map? If you can get a mad, we'll see if we can get it in this game. If you can get a mad, though, that combo will win you the game, for sure. But getting it in chimps might be a little rough. We need to get the unpopped army first, though. That waff is coming in majorly clutch here. We did have a red balloon leak, so we won't be able to get right to this. We're also probably just going to have, like, extra dart monkeys back here or something. Should have seen that one coming. Let's go ahead and continue. I think we have, like, a lot of extra money now. Yeah. Definitely use the Heartstopper. Duh. We also have no more spikes back there. So, unpopped army it is. We broke all the spikes down. I didn't realize that. Yeah, unpopped army's crazy. Unpopped army with Azili's even crazier. I do think village helps with unpopped army. I'm not 100% sure actually though. Let's go radius. We already basically have normal type damage on both of these things. The fact that these zombie balloons are normal type, bro, if zombie balloons couldn't pop purple, specifically like the Necromancer unpopped army is like, it goes from being incredible to terrible. So it's pretty awesome that the zombie balloons can just hit any type of balloon. But you can see here, it eats every round up, dude. It eats every, like, keep in mind we have a waff in the back, right? So it's getting this far and it's not even using the waff. Hopefully, I think Azili gets to level 8 when the mob comes. I think Azili does actually pretty good mob damage once she gets level 8. I want to say she gets like plus 10 mob damage or something. It's, let's see, Azili. BTD6. Let's see. Upgrades. Level 8. She, damage over time is far more to mob class damage. Oh my god. Dude, damage over time for mob class is now 30. Main attack now deals 20 damage to mob class. That's stronger than a Mauler. I don't think she can attack as fast as a Mauler, but that's pretty significant. Like, you got to keep that in mind when you're using Azili. That's not nothing. And I think that mob damage gets even better. Range increases at 1 point. Main attack damage for mob increases to 30. Doing 30 damage, that's basically an assassin at the front of your defenses. A mob assassin. But the 40s, dude. The 40s, like, can't do anything if you're on a single lane map. The 40s actually cannot do anything to Necromancer armor. We are not using a lot of track length here. I don't think 49 is even close. 47 did get a little close there, but I think 49 is kind of basic. And you can see camo too. Dude, bottom path wizard is just so good. And people don't talk about it anymore. I think there was definitely a time when pod was completely terrible. And people... I think there was a time when pod didn't even have the zombie balloons. Like, the bottom path just didn't exist. Maybe that's not true. But, not that the bottom path just didn't exist, but, like... maybe the zombie balloons weren't there, or it was just so incredibly worse. Like, it didn't scale at all with your graveyard. Like, the power of the entire tower was so much less. And then A long time ago, they gave it this buff, and it's just been incredible ever since. And it's been incredible for so long that I feel like nobody talks about it anymore. But it really is just still a premier cleanup tower. And you can see here, it's not even just a cleanup tower. Like, we're doing mob damage with it. Dude, on round 53, I could probably get this in a chimps game, like, by round 59. And there's pod on round 54. Dude, we get pod, and you're going to see that this thing shreds. Shreds. It does get a little confused by the portal. It gets very confused by the portal. Ninja Kiwi, please fix. Ninja Kiwi, please. But, see if I can just, like, place this thing right here instead of... Wait. We can get, like, way in there. Yeah, you can get inside there. So it's not doing anything out here. We're not wasting any zombie balloons. It does only come out to here, though. And one of the main benefits, actually, is that... No, that doesn't matter, I don't think. One of the main benefits is actually that these zombie balloons hit... I think they hit mob class balloons before they get over here. 63 is not going to be an issue at all. 64 is not going to be an issue at all. 65. I think this gets us basically to round 80. What do we want to go for? We wanted to go for a mad on top of this. That's crazy, dude. I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford a mad, but that's definitely an option. It wins us the game for sure. If we do get it. Because this thing cleans absolutely everything up. Whoa, hold up. I didn't see those things were charged. I just used, like, the secret for the first time. I still don't know how to do that exactly. So, like, if I change the portal here, maybe, like, change it back. By the way, pod is the perfect tower to use on this map, too. It, like, fits in thematically. Did you just see 63 get melted? Or 65 get melted? They just got melted. Like, they weren't even close. And keep in mind, by the way, this is a fully powered up Wall of Fire now. This Wall of Fire has all of the damage because it scales with your graveyard. If you have a huge graveyard, you just get an incredible $900,000 for the Paragon Impoppable mode. That's very expensive, dude. It would be interesting to do a boss run on Impoppable mode. Because everything is going to be more expensive and your farming is going to be slowed down. So it's going to be significantly harder. That might be a fun little challenge to do. Okay. We're starting to see the rounds push maybe a little bit more here. Maybe a little bit more here, but I mean, come on. Just incredible. Incredible damage. Incredible Pierce because we have the level 11 on Azili. Level 11, increased attack range, increased Pierce of reanimated balloons by 50% too. So we're good on Pierce. What do I need? I need probably $85,000 for the Mad. So we need 50K on top of this. Oh man. That's, even for this, it's a pretty big ask. Even for this plus Rocket Storm, it's a pretty big ask. You can see what this round is doing here. It's not exactly like close, but it's not exactly far away either. So let's go ahead and start building. Let's commit to the bit. Let's go middle path here. Looks like we need about 50K extra, maybe 45K extra. Keep in mind also, we have 2 abilities at our use. We have Azili Mob Hex, and we have Rocket Storm. Let's go ahead and realign this portal so we get a little bit of extra range on the Dartling Gunner. We can use it just a little bit more efficiently here. Let's have all these... Let's have the popping be in range of the pod, please. We don't want to be popping a bunch of stuff outside of its range, because a round like this is going to come along and throw a huge clump of camo ceramics our way. And we want the graveyard to be up in time. We want our graveyard to be as big as possible for as long as possible. That's the entire game of playing pod. Your graveyard needs to be at that 3,000 mark all the time, because it's extremely powerful if that's the case, and it's extremely weak if it's not the case. Okay, let's go ahead and use this first ability right there. So now we've got Super Cerams coming in, but you can see for the pod, it's still nothing. It's still so free, dude. Mad on the way, by the way. We are probably going to be able to get it. I'm hoping these fortified BFBs with Super Cerams inside of them are going to go well. 87 definitely seems scary. We got to think about the rounds that are coming up here. 90... Oh, 90's potentially a little scary. You get a lot of money from these from the 80s, though. From, like, the next couple rounds, you're making a ton of money. We might be able to get this mad. Which can automatically hit DDTs. See, we're already at 63k, man. Okay, this round, why don't we do this? Bruh. Delete those things. I don't think you lose any money from that. I hope you don't lose any money from that. Yeah, still looking good. Still looking good. 66k at this point. The next round, I'm going to say this. I'm glad we have Azili's Mob Hex up. That's all I'll say about that. Okay. Okay, we're still good. Keep in mind, if we were on a Chimps run right now, let's go ahead and pop these things. Come on. We're 300 away. If we were on a Chimps run right now, we would have gotten this a couple rounds earlier. Let's go ahead and use this. Ah! Oh, no. Bro, don't tell me. Don't tell me I just deleted that. Ah! Yeah, but keep in mind, we would have gotten... we would have gotten the mad at that point. We literally had the money for it. Oh, no. R.I.P. R.I.P. the mad dreams. Ah, you've got to be kidding me, man. That's 80 rounds, 85 rounds flushed down the drain. Oh, man. Okay. Maybe it would be better to have Zelion Strong here. Okay. But that's the strategy. We can get to the mat. We can definitely get to it and win. Okay. I would love to place this guy right here. Honestly, having the Mad Lake back here so we can get this straight line might be a good idea. But I also don't know where it's going to place the Wall of Fire now. Like this, when we place it here, we knew that the wizard was going to place the Wall of Fire down right here. But now it can place it either side, which could make a difference. All right. Take two. We're going to get it this time. Seems like I want to try to black border this as well. Waff. Waff, place it at the end. Okay, at the end is better. And that might actually be a better place because it might get up here and over here where this spot might not have gotten over here. I don't know. We could do Intense Magic and Monkey Sense now. We do need a little bit of camo going through here. So, good time to get it. I still think I want to pop that Undead Army. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. That's getting a little scary there. We do have Heartstopper. We have to really keep in mind when to use Heartstopper. Round 25 is candidate number 1, of course. Okay. Oh my goodness. Things need to stop sneaking by there. It's really at the beginning of the round where stuff's doing it. That gives us a lot more range. We really want to get that unpopped army, though. This should still be on strong. That's correct. Why did this seem so much easier? Heartstopper for sure. No, we need to use it earlier. Okay, so well, there goes the black border, but I don't really care. We're just going to try and go for this early, and as soon as those purples start coming out, we will zap them with the Heartstopper. Yeah. There you go. Easy, 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 easy. As long as that wall of fire is up. As long as the waff is up. I think this is going pretty well. Unpopped army. Soon. But not now. Are there purples on this round? There are regrows, but no purples. Okay. No purples until 32, I think. There's the unpopped army right there. Okay. Definitely have this thing all the way back here. And now we wait again. Because it's basically just pod at this point. This thing can take out a lot of mobs. Again, we said in the last, or just a couple minutes ago, Azili is basically a middle path, a middle path bomb. That is how good her mob damage is at level 8. And then level 13, maybe 14 after that. But she basically goes from being an elim to an assassin through the course of the game. So, like, bro, not bad. That combined with the fact that she helps the reanimated balloons actually makes her, like, a fairly viable option now. She had a lot of struggle with early game, which they helped a little bit. They tried to fix it. In this update in particular, they gave her more DOT. So that definitely helps out a little bit with the early game. But she's actually, like, not as bad mid-game as I thought she was. If you know how to use her. You want her at the front. You want her taking down, like, specialized balloons. She's just not very good at, like, large amounts of popping. Especially with the Mib here. I'm actually surprised we're struggling against those purples. Or like we were. Because, yeah, Azili does have Mib. Okay. Things are still looking good. Again, the 40s, very, very simple. Unpopped army takes care of all of these. I might be able to get it earlier than last time as well. Maybe round 43 this time. Because I think maybe we went for a village before we got the Prince of Darkness. But I think this will be fine not to go for the village right now. Yeah, if we got past round 85, that was literally the last round that could have killed us, because we had Mad after that. So, what an unfortunate loss. But I guess that's what happens when you shrug things off and you don't pay attention. Let it be a lesson to all you Bloons players out there. You got to pay attention to the game. Always paying attention. Who's in the chat? No one, literally. As soon as I said that, I saw concurrent viewers go to 0. Yeah, dude, look at that. Look at the mob damage. Like, every single time Azalea attacks, it, like, chips away at it. Oh, looks at that. Look at that. We actually got... There's the stun. We actually saw it that time, and if you click on any of these statues, apparently it activates the stun. Looks like a pretty good stun, too. It stunned that ceramic for a long time. I guess the good thing about Ancient Portal is you could do some, like, weird challenge runs on it. Because you have the stun, which is kind of gimmicky, and you have these plates here, which open a lot of interesting gameplay with different heroes. Glad they did something with heroes, at least. Yeah, when was that? Was that a 53? It might have been. It was around there. Okay, and I'll tell you what I'm not going to do this time. We're not going to fuck around. We're not going to get that... I don't want to get that village this time. We're just going to go straight for the Mad. We're going to aim up here. And wait. And wait. And wait to get $80,000 here. And I think if we can get it before we beat round, what was it, 85, then we're fine. I think we'll be fine. But the long save up, 70,000 left. 70,000. Look at that. You just get pod down and you're cooking. You're cooking. You're not just cooking with heat. Like, you're cooking with, like in an inferno. 65K left to save up. You get 65K in between 65 and 85. I guess that makes sense. It's so hard to develop an intuition of how much money you make in what intervals. Just because, I don't know, you could think of basically any interval between 0 and 100. And, you know, you're going to have to know all the money that you make in those rounds. Generally, though, I do have an idea. You make about 10,000 in the first 40 rounds, another 10,000 in the next rounds, then about 20,000 in the next 10 rounds, and then about 30,000 in the next, and maybe 40,000 in the next. And then at the end, I think you make the last 10 rounds of the game, I think you make $60,000 in those rounds. But I could be wrong about that. Still making a lot of money here. 14K. We got a lot more to go before we get that Mad. I think the Dartling Gunner might be one of my favorite towers. I like Ray of Doom, I like Mad, and I like Bez. They are all really fun towers to use. $20,000 now. The next 10 rounds has most of the money that we're going to get, which is crazy. Let's see here. At the end of round 75, how much money do you have? Probably going to have 25K. Let's see here what round 75 gives us. We're almost at 23K already. Looking good. Yeah, around 25 or 75, we have 26K. Okay, we need to be paying attention to round 76 there. Just the ceramics coming out immediately means that Pod has no time to get anything up, so maybe could have died there. But hey, I was on the case. I actually had my fingers on my keyboard and mouse there, so I think I could have gotten it. There we go. Yeah. Once the graveyard starts to actually like come out, all the zombie balloons are out, the wall of fire is down, the pod is much better. So not really scared about 78 here either round or either wave. Here we go. Second wave of ceramics coming in here. What'd I say? Super easy. Still looks like it's going pretty well here. There's 37K. Dude, you make so much money in the first 5 rounds of the 80s. You make a ton of money on round 79, too. That's definitely true. You make thousands of dollars this round. Okay. Now the ZOMG. These are the real scary things in this run. Basically, nothing else is. Azili, like, probably does quite a bit there. I mean, if you think about what she's like, I mean, she's basically an assassin without the ability. So, I'm guessing we have a lot to thank her for beating these ZOMGs. It's what makes, one of the things that makes this such a good strategy is Azili's decent single target damage, and Pod deals with the rest. Okay, 53. You get 20K in the next 2 rounds. We should be getting it, because we didn't buy the village this time, so we should have enough money, potentially before around 85. 84. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Don't forget to use your abilities here. Like this ability in particular, this one here. Oh, no. It wasn't 85 that we got it. It was 87. We should have that back up for 87. Whoops. I completely forgot. And if we don't have it up by 87, we'll definitely have it up by the time we need it. Which is right when the first COMG is about to break here. We still don't have this, bro. Crazy. I guess it's not that insane. It's a really expensive upgrade. 2, 4. Just use both of them here. Don't want to mess around. Don't want to lose. Yeah, look at that. We weirdly didn't have enough. Where did I spend extra? I spent less money. And we got it later? How is that even possible? Like, we didn't buy the village. But we got it, like, a round later than we would have. Okay, DDTs, you don't have to worry at all. Especially with these two. Do a powerful darts, I don't know. And we'll just see if this actually gets through it all. I don't want to risk it too much. We'll get a jungle drums, just in case. But I think this handles everything well. The great thing about getting mad is like it's actually one of the best towers in the game against DDTs. Don't need to worry about DDTs too much when you can just one-shot them with your projectile. 94 looks pretty good. Makes me a little less worried about round 98. Round 100. Now, round 100 might be a little scary. Actually, no, we're going to have level 20 Azili. Wait. Is it because we have monkey knowledge or something that she's going to get to level 20? Or did they reduce the amount of XP she needs? Because it's not... You don't usually get Azili this... Level 20 Azili this early. Ah! We're just going to continue. You don't usually get level 20 Azili this early. That's so weird. Did they decrease the amount of XP you needed? Okay, apparently on these really, really big rounds, this is not enough cleanup. Yeah, look at that. It's not enough cleanup. When the ZOMGs come out? Interesting. That's very strange to me. Level 7 veteran. The very rare nowadays. Let's do this. Oh my goodness. Okay, maybe we just need to do that a little bit earlier. Let's do this. Completely destroy those. Get rid of all of the ZOMGs. Okay. Yeah. Didn't think that was going to be a problem, to be honest. Maybe I'm overestimating the amount of cleanup this pod can do. I guess I am. Level 20 Azili, though. No, genuinely, did they change that? Did they change that with Azili? Let's look on the update notes. No, not rounds. I want to do balance changes. Version 45.0. Let's control F. EZI. She's only mentioned like once. I want to go and actually look at her page and see if she got a reclassification in her XP category. Because that was much earlier. It might just be because I have monkey knowledge on. It might just be because I have monkey knowledge on. Let's see. Leveling up, no. Trivia, no. Version history. Let's see. Recent buffs. Azili now unlocks at level 25 instead of 10. Azili plus 16 hit. No longer defortified mobs and DDTs. Boo. That was an update 22. Azili main attack can now decamo DDTs. Level 16 Azili can now defortify. Oh, that was a bug. Main attack damage over time increase. Wait. Sacrificial Totem does increase stuff. They improved Heartstopper a little bit. Interesting. Doesn't look like it. So what's the monkey knowledge that ends up doing that? It would probably be... See what we got. A 101 farm. A 220 SPAC. Let's go into knowledge here. Support. Maybe heroes. Heroes earn XP 10% faster. Aha. Oh, man. I was kind of excited. Azili would have been like a top, maybe not a top tier, but a pretty good Chimps Tower if that weren't the case. Or if that were the case where they actually like decrease the amount of XP she needed. Man, having that mic up there, I want to hear what this is like. Or if that were the case, where they actually, like, decrease the amount of XP she needed. Hi, Swift Kills. How you doing? It's going fine. I hope you're well. Nice to see you in chat again. Oh, damn. Okay, but the whole reason we did that impoppable game was so that we can get the... Let's do a half cash. Let's throw a half cash in here so we can actually get the black border. So, place this guy down. Maybe right here. Save up for a Zeely. See if we can actually get a Zeely. She's cheap, but at the same time, you never know. It's half cash. Difficult to gauge when you can afford things on half cash because it's just very radically different from a regular game. Let's go ahead and put Azili on strong here. Want to make sure we are putting the pod up here. Do we want to do pod? We just did pod. Let's not do pod. Maybe we could do a boat strategy. I think putting P-Lord right here might not be a bad idea, but P-Lord's really expensive. You want something specifically for round 40. You want to be thinking about round 40, which Azili helps immensely on, but not entirely. And you want to be thinking about round 63. Those are the big rounds for half cash. You really want to be thinking about. I did see something recently that this thing is crazy now. The balloon dissolver. I saw recently that this is a insano strategy. Going insano mode. I think we can go ahead and get it, but let's hold off a little bit. It's a little expensive. Dissolver's 2,100. It's going to be good on this map in particular, too. And is it going to be good against mobs? It's going to be great if we can get Solver or even Liquefier. It would be pretty good against round 63. That much is pretty obvious. Let's go ahead and place it down, at least. Maybe in here. On strong. Keep in mind also, we have a few lives to work with. This is half cash. This is not chimps. Maybe we'll be able to save up for Dissolver. Globs is doubling the Pierce, so Iken Solo just needs something for mobs. Well, we've got a Zeely. Zeely is pretty good for mobs. So, ooh, not looking good. And we also need to save the money up for it, which is another scary part. And we're going to need camo for it. It's not going to be able to see camo. I don't think. I'd be very surprised if it could. And we're a third of the way there and starting to leak. Yeah, not a good sign. Pierce. We're having a Pierce problem. Guess we could do this. With some quick shots. It's a little bit better Pierce. I think this thing got an increase in Pierce, but it's slower at attacking now. Oh no, I think it actually got a decrease in Pierce, and now they decreased its attack speed and made the top path slightly better. I want to say maybe that was last update that they did that. They changed the crossbow quite a bit. Let's see here. On 27, Control F, I can go to Dart Monkey. Lots of changes to Juggernaut, crossbow range increase, crossbow projectile speed, sharpshooter, crossbow pierce increase from 6 to 9, also affects 204. Yeah, they've made some changes to it. We're actually pretty close to Dissolver now. Definitely want to try this strategy out because people have been talking it up. Didn't need to use Heartstopper there. Very cool. Thank you, Azelian Crossbow. Now, we have just a little bit of... Okay, yeah, this thing attacks so much faster now. Mortar Monkey is better. Middle path with Bernie Sta. Mortar Monkey is better. Oh, like, you're saying they made Mortar Monkey better, or Mortar Monkey is better than what? So much for this thing soloing. It's definitely much better, but you place it in a spot like this and it's struggling just a little bit. The splatter might be the answer to that. Let's go ahead and splatter and see what's up, because it seems like we're getting pierce capped is the major problem. Yeah, good against Cerams. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Can we get a Mauler here? I don't know if we can. Yeah, we can. Cool. Yeah, we should be fine against this mob. Look at that. Easy, easy, easy. Now we're starting to worry about camos. I heard somebody say Bernie stuff. And I think that is quite a good idea. So we can get the decamo. Can we get the signal flare in time, though? Ugh, I don't know. That can't decamo anything. We had just barely enough camo to get past that. Thank you, Azeli and Crossbow. This is why I think the Crossbow actually is not too bad. It's like decent up until the 40s. I mean, it obviously absolutely falls off after the 40s, but it does something. But now we have decamo here. They made Mortar Monkey better. Let's see, what did they do? Mortar Monkey. Shell Shock price reduction. Biggest one, price increase. Shell Shock changes. They made a lot of changes to the biggest one and the middle path. Shattering Shells decrease. I saw that they did that. I was pretty excited about the price decrease for Shattering Shells. But I'm not sure what you mean. When did they make it better? Was this in a previous update or what? And how did they make it better? This is half cash. Right. Round 63 is really the next big scary round. Dude, look at that against round 49. That's crazy. You don't even have to worry about it. You know what? I want to see what two of these things can do against round 63. Is that crazy? That's crazy, dude. Balloon Dissolver with Glue Splatter. We'll go ahead and have this guy on first and this guy on strong. Looking good. Looking good. This is a very odd tower. Yeah, they just changed this thing. I think they... I don't know if I have ever used the Balloon Dissolver upgrade up to this point. I mean, obviously I've bought it before, because Liquefier is decent. I think it got recently buffed as well. And Solver is a great cleanup. We want to probably go for just a little more mob damage. Why don't we do that? Azeli's going to get more mob damage here soon, just a little bit. So hopefully we won't be struggling against fortified mobs here. At BFB, we should be fine. The Moby Limb ability just solves almost all the BFBs on this run. 75, once you get to like 77, it's really going to start falling off, but But let's see here. Let's see here. 58, still looking just peachy. I will say 59's maybe looking a little scary. Oh, no. We've got the Mortar Monkey. I think we'll be fine with the Mortar Monkey. Forgot we bought that. And now these camo leads don't stand a chance. Dude, like, they were getting popped right here. Is that the blast radius of this thing really that big? That's crazy. Yeah, dude. Round 60. Not even a second glance. We are going to need more mob damage, though, coming up here. So why don't we just go ahead and buy that? On strong. Nobody does mob damage like middle path bomb. Except Azalea, apparently. Ooh, okay. Barely surviving that. We didn't survive that at all. It was a clump. Let's just continue. I used to not use continues on these things. I am way past that, man. I wanted to black border everything. Nah. Looks like the liquefier did its job, though. Looking very good. We are just barely getting past that, though. That's crazy. But fuck you, round 63. For real. Yeah, we just about died there, too. The mob damage is definitely shining through here. We are getting a little bit more mob damage here, but it's not a ton. This guy's on strong, this guy's on strong, this guy's on strong. Yeah. Not really worth it to buy a sharpshooter at this point. Or as I believe ISEB calls it, the sharpshitter, because it's not very good. Heavy shells burning damage per tick increased. Artillery battery burning damage increased. Okay. Pop-and-aw burning damage increased to a lot. Holy crap. And pop-and-aw duration increased. Yeah. That's interesting. Maybe I'll go for like a... We could take advantage of that. Why don't we go for that? Bernie stuff. Maybe right here. And we'll do top path. Although it says middle path, doesn't it? Middle path. Bernie stuff with this path right here. Maybe we could put that towards the beginning, so it's getting this, everything at the beginning, so it's burning early, and then it's getting everything here. Try to get an artillery battery on top of all this, and if we do that, I think our chances of going up, or winning, go up quite a bit. And it looks like we're going to be able to afford it real soon here. The top path glue enhances really seem to be worth the hype. Pop-and-aw ability applies burning stuff damage of 36. Hard to tell from this, but maybe we could try to do like a 2 TC or like a 2 megapops with the 052 mortar. That sounds pretty interesting. Bro, I need to go get some water. Artillery battery bought. Do mine eyes deceive me? I think we can just use both of our battery abilities here, and we can get past this round pretty easily. Although we do not have. Let's go ahead and back out here. Just give us a little bit of time to think here. We do not have. Looks better on longer map or with Mermonkey bottom path. Why don't we set this right here? The thing that I'm a little worried about, I think Azili decamos. But the thing I'm a little worried about is these camo balloons. Azili's attack decamos, and this attack decamos. So I'm wondering if I should micro this when the camo balloons come out. Try and get a little extra. Oh, click to set target is blocking me. But as soon as I basically see the camo balloons, I'm going to reset this where it is. Try and get a little bit extra pierce on it. And we'll try to use 5 as well. Is it 5? Is it 6? They're coming out any minute now. Move it here. Maybe move this here and do this. Okay. Woo! That was a close round. Half cash is nasty. Half cash is nasty, dude. Still looking pretty good, though. Papanaw back. We're going to save both of these assassin abilities for the ZOMG. So do that, do this. Boom. 80, done. I think we restarted once there, but I don't give a fuck. Well, hey, we need to do our black border here. Maybe we could do a black border with the Mortar Monkey. If we're going to do a black border with the Mortar Monkey, try saying that 5 times fast, we'll probably want to do a Striker Drone strategy here. And we can do an 052 black border to try and see if the changes were really worth the hype. Let's go ahead and change to over here, because this is better for the Mortar Monkey. We probably want to place our Mortar Monkey shots like over here. But let's try and... How many black borders do I have? Well, let's see. I have 68. This will be the 69th one. Make of that what you will. This will be number 69. You guys will be here for it. Hopefully it won't be too challenging. This map seems like it is rather simple, but you never do know. And where do we want Striker? We probably want Striker Jones up here. It's going to be amidst the mobs. It's going to be able to use that ability quite well. Striker Jones is not affected by range, right? All bomb shooters and mortar monkeys on screen shoot 10% faster. You don't need to be in range. All bomb shoot an additional 10% faster. Okay. I think a 3 dart start is probably going to be the best thing to do here. 3 dart start into a striker. Let's go strong here. 3 dart start is the good old reliable strategy of chimps. Definitely turn auto start off here because we are doing a black border here, so we're going to have to think about what rounds we're doing. Right? So you need to start doing your black borders, Swift. You have 4. Well, maybe you can use this video as a guide for doing black borders on this map. We haven't gotten it yet. I don't know if I have it completely down, but right, we want Striker Jones as early as we can get him. Hi, Rachel. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Will this be possible? Oh, just barely not. Round 9 does seem to be a problem. Let's retry last round here. Can we buy a mortar by the end of this round? Maybe we need to do strong here. 2 on strong on round 9. Not promising though. You don't want to be restarting this early. Okay, 2 on strong on round 9 and we can end up getting Striker Jones. So let's go ahead and restart that. And we'll just put 2 on strong immediately. And you should be able to save up for Striker Jones relatively easily. Maybe give this guy a little bit more. Move him down a little bit here too. A little more range, move him down a little bit. The line of sight might be a little weird. We also have to make sure to move the portal. Move this here. This here. This here. This guy on strong. This guy on strong. This time. Let's get past round 6. All right. Looks like we have it. Man, this brings me back. I don't know why, but this in particular, this 3 dart start brings me back to those protect the yacht challenges I was doing. Bro, that map had hands. I beat that on chimps mode. It was so hard, man. I was like, God damn, this is like the Mr. Beast map. Like, I figured it would be like brain dead 9-year-old easy chimps. And it ended up like taking me 3 or 4 like real attempts where I actually tried to think about the strategy and, you know, get my towers down at the right time in the right place. Go ahead and put you on first, maybe. This looks pretty close. I've got to be honest. That's actually like pretty nerve-wracking, but it should be fine here. We'll get Striker Jones out on the field and doing strong. Going on strong. Nice that we get automatic camo detection too. It's like these pedestals are a godsend. All right. Now, basically the name of the game is get your mortar up, because at this point, you're on strong. You are on strong. Okay. At this point, the mortar is going to be invaluable. It's so weird that invaluable, it sounds like it means not valuable, but it means extremely valuable. We're whiffing shots. That's not good. Okay. Looks like our dart monkeys have it, though. One thing that I'm a little scared about, though, coming up is round 15. Round 15 is kind of scary because we don't have high consistency with the towers we have. We have a lot of damage and a lot of pierce, but their attack rate is really slow. But hopefully, round 14, if round 14 is anything to say, a green got over here. Round 15 might require, we are going, what are we going for? We're going for the 052. So let's just try to get rapid reload. That gives us a little more consistency here, and we can try to use a striker ability if we really need it. It'll be when the pinks start coming out, right now, I would say. A pink ended up getting by Striker Jones. We thankfully popped that last pink into a green, and we're on to round 16. Round 15 is a huge, huge milestone. You need to get past that. Next milestone is specifically for this defense. Next milestone is definitely round 22. Actually, round 20 is going to be kind of nasty. Hopefully we can get heavy shells by then. Please don't regrow too much. Okay, good. If the regrow rate was like 500% there, we would have died for sure. But the regrow rate's 100%, so looking pretty good still. We really want heavy shells in the next 2 rounds because we're going to have black balloons coming through. If we can't get them... Oh, man. Okay. We need to turn auto start off for sure, because that was really, really close. Okay. We don't have heavy shells, unfortunately. So what we're going to need to do is pop these black balloons somehow. And what do we want to do with that? Well, this introduces probably another facet of this challenge, which is the rest of our defense. If we're going to go for an 052, that's actually like decent damage. What are we doing here? We are doing popping on, has 18 damage per tick. So it seems like it's probably going to be pretty good against ceramics and group cleanup. Tack shooter. I think tack shooter is a really good pick, actually. Let me think about which tack shooter we would want. Because right now, I think this thing has good bad damage, but not great bad damage. Maybe if we do this with some upgrades, a bottom path with some upgrades, it would be pretty good against single target. So let's go ahead and do that. That's a good shout out. Thanks, Swift. See if we can do a little bit here. Looks like we're still good. We want those heavy shells, though. We want them soon. Because black balloons are still our enemy here. We're also going to start having to think about round 40. Keep a close eye on this. I'm just going to upgrade here. I know we want the heavy shells, but tack shooter, even faster tacks. Oh my god, do we have... Oh, no. Okay. First of all, we do have camo detection because Striker Jones has camo detection. Second of all, the camo comes out next round, not this round. Should be fine. This round will be fine. This round... We're going to get those heavy shells here really quickly. Thank you, Dart Monkeys. I will breathe a little bit easier when we don't have to rely on you for all of our cleanup. Okay, a blue is getting through. Increased accuracy might help a little bit. This is a weird looking tower. Look at this. I couldn't have told you that the mortar monkey looks like this. Maybe we could change where it's shooting so we can get a better look at it. Can we reset the target over here? No. Doesn't look like it without having it having to play the round. Bernie stuff is available. So let's go ahead and get it. Now, hopefully, if we can get artillery battery soon, that would be good. Now, the scary thing is, unfortunately, this does not have camo. I think a camo village would certainly be nice. This thing just can't do all the camo for now. We might need to buy a camo upgrade back here, just in the meantime. Maybe a ninja. Getting a balloon sabo at the end wouldn't be a bad idea. Having more time for this thing to charge up its ability. I think balloon sabo, if you're using any abilities in your run, balloon sabo immediately becomes like a top threat. So this is good for the late game. It's good for right now. We could do counter espionage with a top path, maybe like a 220. Would that be good? I think so. I think a 220 here would be a good idea. But we want something that's good against the MOB class balloons as well. This is a common thing that I think I'm looking for is camo MOB damage. Can I be honest? I think we're probably going to be fine with the striker stun. We stun it at the right time when it's in range of this guy and this guy. I think the MOB is probably going to go down pretty easily. We'll focus on camo balloons for you. We'll do a sharp shurikens. And are we going to do a counter espionage? I don't know. One of the annoying things about having this area as your area where you are sending the balloons is that if you are trying to upgrade anything, the upgrade panel actually blocks this area so you can't see it. It's like very subtle. I don't know if they intentionally designed it that way, but it's a very subtle thing that makes this map just ever so slightly harder. Okay. We'll be fine for the first 40, maybe first 42 rounds here. I don't know if this thing can end up beating 42 with this. But It does have, we do have counter espionage, so if we go on strong, actually we should be able to beat 42. Now we want to go for A battery. God, do we want to go for... We want to go for, like, support first before the A battery. You want to get A battery relatively early. Okay. We're having our Pierce tested here for sure. Okay, do we need to use anything? Nope. Mortar Monkey has it. Mortar Monkey is incredible for Pierce. Swift, I don't know if you want to take a look at the challenge I have. I don't know, maybe I asked you this last time, but... Mortar still going strong. Remember, we can retarget this mortar if we see any balloons coming out here. We haven't seen any so far. 37 is a pretty nasty round. What about the ceramics here? Can we get A battery? Please tell me that, like, the top path upgrades to this didn't block me from getting it for the in time for the MOB. That would be sad, and we would have to spend a lot of money that we potentially didn't need to spend. But we did get A battery. Woohoo. We got it. All right. Auto start is off. We definitely want auto start off here. Go ahead and replace this guy over here. Keep in mind also your abilities. You have 2 abilities that are going to make this super, 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 super easy if you use them right. Importantly, you have this ability. There you go. You don't even need to worry about the Striker Jones. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, so we just got a lot of defense. Like a lot of defense. This thing can actually pop black balloons. It can pop everything, but it cannot see camo. So I think the next thing that we want to be going for is a 220 village. Gives us camo for the long term. I'm just going to go for this right now. Gives us camo in the long term. We're not going to have to worry about it in the future, which we really don't want to. Okay, there you go. Now, potentially overdrive, potentially, I don't know, an ALK, top path ALK for all of this. Make it closest to the tack, so it's buffing the tack a lot. We could even go primary training on this. It's going to give this guy extra pierce. I think top path gives extra pierce, extra range, and projectile speed. Yes. Very good. So pierce, while it's not incredible on the overdrive, it isn't unwelcome. I think each one of the tacks has 1 pierce, so doubling it isn't that bad. Is the code in chat for your challenge? Walking back into building as you were talking about it. Yeah. The code in chat, that's the Odyssey. If you want to give it a try. That's been the challenge for the last 5 weeks. Nobody's given it a shake yet, but if you want to be the person that beats the tournament, that would be pretty nice. I don't know. Do it if you want. No pressure. All right. Dude, look at that. 49 down. Let's go ahead and not waste time here. Let's get this overdrive going. I want this out of range of the mortar, actually. We want this specifically to be buffing the tack zone here. So let's go ahead and get that. Put this guy on strong, because apparently this does, like, incredible MOB damage. I mean, not incredible, but it does some MOB damage. Tack zone is going to go crazy. Do we want to get tack zone before we get pop and awe? My gut tells me no. You want to try to get popping off it. You want to try to get your really expensive upgrades first. So, you know, if you get to the situation where we can't afford the tax zone and pop and awe, you want to have the pop and awe and not the tax zone. You want to basically be covering up as much defense with the most expensive tower as you can. Look at how small that text is. Pop and awe has permanent rapid attack speed and enhances the bad and boss damage of the artillery batteries. Pop and awe rains explosions over the whole screen. This attack speed is still, like, pretty damn good. Okay. Try to get the popping off first. We are 25k away. That's a lot. I also don't know exactly how well. I want to say that this is not going to do well against round 63. And that we are not going to be able to beat round 63 with just this. We need to buy something. But what do you want to buy for round 63? I'll tell you what actually is probably going to be really good. An ice monkey. Something like a super brittle, if you can afford it. Because this thing is attacking very, very quickly. This thing is attacking very, very quickly. And you're going to get the super brittle buff on all of the Bernie stuff damage. So, I think it's going to do a pretty good job. Let's go ahead and get this down then. Any place we can. Just make sure we don't send the next round. Also, fortified mobs. How are we looking? This thing does extra damage to fortified mobs, so hopefully not too bad. Not too bad. That's basically how we're doing. Not any great places that end up putting this. This isn't terrible. Right? But it's not good. It only hits the balloons once. This is outside of the range of the village. But embrittlement can see... Let's just go ahead and put our super brittle right here. Or embrittlement, and then probably like enhanced freeze and deep freeze on top of that. But let's try to do some mortar micro here, just to make sure that we don't lose this. We could have also just bought tax zone. That was really stupid. Let's try to buy it mid round. Slow things down here. Let's try and do this. Okay. Looks like we're pretty much in the clear here. Let's just put this here and use our second ability on the second wave. Use this ability on this wave. And tax zone. Okay. Right, we didn't want to use tax zone, but that's a little scary, so a little bit of a panic buy. But let's try to get up to pop and all from here. With embrittlement and tax zone, I'm feeling like not too bad about it. I gotta be honest. Let's put this on top of here, so we can actually take advantage. Are we hitting anything? We're not hitting anything over here. But once it gets here, I think we'll be doing a lot of damage. Okay, we're 10% of the way there, and things are looking excellent, basically. I don't know how these three tier 5s are going to do together, but I think they'll be pretty good. With some buffs. Oh yeah, I think it'll be pretty good. But we are only 15% of the way to the popping on, because I wasn't uncomfortable on round 63. But to be fair, these rounds I think would be pretty scary without the tax zone. And we're black bordering, so... Or we're trying to black border, at least. We do have our black border alive right now. Round 69. Okay. Round 70. 25% of the way there. But we're still going strong. Everything's looking great. We got all of our camo damage down. We can buy primary training if things are starting to look really close. That gives extra pierce here. Not really sure if Stronger Stim gives pierce. It might. I know it gives damage and attack speed and range, but I don't know if it gives pierce. Oh, the things the alchemist will do for your run. About at 50% here. We're maybe 45% of the way to this thing. Dude. I'm interested to see what next round's going to look like, but I think we're going to be pretty good. The pierce may be worth it just to be safe on 60 or 76 and 78. It's a little scary. Okay. I'm gonna be a pussy and just get it. I don't wanna be pierce capped on that and have to restart all the way at the start. All right. Things are still looking good. Ooh, just melting. Everything's melting. Everything is melting. Okay, 78 should be fine, right? 76 wasn't scary, like, at all. 78's fine. We have everything under a camo village, so we don't have to worry about the next one, even. I think so. There might be, like, 2 extra ceramics in that last wave. I can't remember. But we're getting pretty close. We're like 70% of the way there now. Everything's looking good. Remember, we can retarget this Papanaw as well. We can retarget it back here, which is like a really good place to retarget a mortar. You have a curve here and a curve here. So even if it's looking like pretty close, we'll just, if we pay attention, we keep a close eye on our micro, we could probably squeeze an extra 3, maybe 5 rounds out of it. Okay, fortified BFB is, dude, melting. This is an advanced map, people. Quote unquote advanced. This is on strong, right. 41K is ours. Look at that, dude. Papanaw, let's go. Let's go. Okay, now this thing is even better. It was already, like, pretty damn good. But this thing's even better now. The bottom path is very much doable. It's worth it now. Lots more Bernie stuff damage, thanks to knowledge, thanks to swift kills. And let's hope we can get our black border from here. The super brittle is potentially going to be pretty big. Definitely going to be good for the tack shooter. And I think it's honestly going to be pretty big for this thing, too. I mean, +5 damage on this thing, that's nothing to sneeze at. Remember, we have a stun here as well. I'm thinking about round 98 for that stun. How are we against DDTs? That is a good question. Well, this thing is good against them. We are about to get 10% more attack speed. This thing is not. Unfortunately, this thing still cannot really hit lead balloons. So DDTs are difficult for it. I don't think embrittlement de-leads either. BFBs are still, like, not an issue, though, which is crazy. Also, this thing can hit blacks. We don't have to worry about that. Yeah, this thing makes it so that it can hit blacks. I'll tell you what is going to make me a little bit, like, breathe a little bit easier is maybe a mob glue. We can use our pop and on for these first ones, but I do want to see how we're doing against DDTs. So slow this down. We can pop and awe and potentially use a lot of micro here. We're not going to die, but I do want to see... Okay, melted, melted, melted. Holy crap. Don't know if that's going to do that to 99, but we'll have more by 99. We're going to get a super brittle. And then the piece de resistance. Let's get the glue here as well on strong. Mob glue. Glue splatter. Glue splatter, maybe? $92. Melted. Melted, dude. We just melted that round. We didn't use a single... Okay, dude, we just destroyed those DDTs as well. This defense is crazy. I'm not used to the 90s being this consistent right now after doing all the Trexpert maps. Trying to black border them. Okay, we've got this thing. We've got this thing. Remember, we also wanted to get this thing. That makes me feel a little bit safer against these rounds. I think we're fine, though. Dude, we're so fine. Holy crap. That wasn't even close. We didn't use a single ability, and it wasn't even close. I don't know how much the bottom path of this is doing, which is, like, the big change of this run, but... Looking good, though. We're looking... I mean, that wasn't even close. 96 wasn't even close. Single target damage. How's our single target damage? Now, this thing has extra bad damage, but not extra ZOMD damage. It does have extra fortified damage, though. Okay, let's see about round 98 here. We have the stun as well. Don't forget about the stun. Come on, dude. Look at that. Like, that wasn't even close. I want to see if the stun works against the bad. Is it like workshop? Dude, we didn't even need it against... It does not work against the bad. Okay. So, we can do this and this at the same time, which now it's going to do insane bad damage. Insane bad damage. Those DDTs were actually pretty close, but just do this. Get the 2-2-0. Okay, we got the stars, so I think that means we got the black border. Stars at the end there. Advanced map, black border. Easy peasy. That was potentially the easiest advanced map of all of them. It was ridiculously easy. Dark Path would maybe give it a run for its money. Cornfield, maybe. But, like, that was actually one of the easiest advanced maps they've ever done. Oh. Oh, get a little stretch here. God damn. Well, anything else? What do we want to do? That was an exceptionally easy black border. It was actually not really a bad strategy either. What do we have? Papanaw, Tax Zone, they work together pretty well. Bonus awards on quad. We could do quad impoppable. But IDK, I don't know. Shame there's no boss event. I don't want to quite jump into these black borders yet. I was cooking something up with Muddy Puddles. I was getting pretty close with it, actually. I want to say we got up to around like 80 without a death or something like that. And then Corvus got a huge nerf, so my strategy just like went down the toilet. But yeah. Anything you guys want to see me do? Because I am about I'm about out of ideas here. Nice zombie. Are all of these changed? Oh, look at that. The P-Lord comes out. I don't think that's usually the case. Isn't it usually the sub that comes out? And a Frankenstein. Those are shooting a pumpkin back and forth. And look, a bat. A bat plane. Very interesting. Making any progress on that challenge, Swift? All right, I might be back later to stream, but I think for now it's about time for me to go get some dinner. I'm getting hungry. So, thanks everybody for watching the stream. I might be back later. If you complete that challenge, Swift, do let me know, and I'll cross verify you, because I can see who beat it. Right here. My Odysseys. I'll be able to see who beat it. Oh, looks like somebody did beat it. Who beat it? If I retry this. Somebody did beat it. Look at that. Overall stats. El Stupido. I don't know who El Stupido is. But hey, they beat it. Failed 5 times. Unique players, 3 people. I guess El Stupido is the winner. The stupid is the winner of the first tournament. But I would love to see if you can beat it, Swift. Yeah. If you see me on again, let me know if you beat it, because you'd be the second person to beat it. I tried to make it pretty hard. So yeah. All right. I'll talk to you later, Swift. I'll maybe be on to stream a little bit more tonight, but for now, I think I'm gonna go eat.